All right, I've got a special typewriter for you today. Oh, I have to say, I love the Royal Quiet Deluxe, especially those made in 1956. That happens to is becoming my favorite year for Royal. And this happens to be a 1956. This is a green crinkle, but it's got the red background Royal logo, which some notes say that didn't start till 57, but this serial number says it's 56. So obviously the databases that are out there, you know, they even admit you got to take it with a grain of salt. You know, we get as close as we can to the exact dates. And that's why if you've got a typewriter and you have proof of purchase, original purchase, visit some and search for some of those typewriter databases and enter in your information. It just really helps all of us as we learn more about the typewriters. Okay. This is beautiful. It's in excellent condition. Can you see it? I mean, just a lovely machine. It's got the flat tombstone keys. The finish on it is stellar. I mean, the keys have some dark specks on it, so you can tell the keys are used a little bit, but the green crinkle finish looks perfect to me. It's gorgeous. Okay, so this is a very popular model of typewriter, especially among the 20-somethings and older teens. And me, I'm going to be starting, I've already started my collection. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and I'll show you how to use it. So first off, here is your paper holder. Voila, looks like antennas. Your margins and your tabs. Okay, so here are your tabs. But you also have your margins, which are magic margins right here. So set your tabs however you want. Close that up. Your magic margin, what you want to do is go, so the margin is set right there for now. To release that, I hold, here's your carriage release lever right here. The red button is your magic margin, so hold those both in at the same time, don't release. I always just kind of move it back and forth a couple times. And then when you get to where you want your margin to be, you set it. So let's set it, maybe we'll come all the way in, we'll set it there. And you can hear it click. So now, oops, oh, sorry. Now it should be set. There it is. Okay, and if you want, there, clear it. You feel a little stiff at first. So I'm gonna then do it again. There it is, okay? Same with the left side. I'm gonna release this way. Okay, this, and then I'll bring it into maybe here. There you go. Now I'm gonna set it back out. Oh, when you set it out, oops, there we go. So that's where my margins are set. And if you want to look at that again, I actually have a video that talks about magic margins. So please feel free to go watch it. I am not a fan of magic margins, but I'm a fan of the typewriters that have the magic margins. Okay, supposedly magic margins that save you time, but they don't save me time at all. Okay, so I am going to set my margin here because I like narrow margins for my typing tests. It didn't set it. Come on. Maybe it's not going to let me set it that far over. There. So I guess it doesn't let you, that's another reason to not like it. It doesn't let you set the margin beyond a certain point. And I like my margin set at a certain point. So I will bring this one in. There we go. There. So for my typing test, I like narrow margins. So for magic margins, I have to bring them in on both sides because it looks like after this point and this point, it doesn't let you set your margins. So usually I set my margins like here and here, and it wasn't letting me do it. So that is also good to know. Okay. Right here is your paper release. So when you're adjusting your paper, and I'll show you that later. And then this is, hold on, return handle. I think your line selector is here. Yep, so this 1, 2, and 3. I'm assuming this is going to be your roller release. Yep. So that is if you're filling out forms or you want to do subscript or superscript or something like that, and you need to kind of do some fine adjusting, then you release the roller for that. And then let's open the top. Sorry, this is taking a little bit longer. Oh, habit. So Smith Coronas, I'm used to, you just pop the top open. On the Royals, you press the button and it pops open the top. And inside you'll see we've put in a universal ribbon, which is a plastic spool. Obviously, it's not the original spools, but a universal ribbon will fit most typewriters. Just measure it out. They're a 2-inch spool. Measure that, make sure that'll fit within your typewriter. Black on top, red on bottom. When it's time to change it out, thread it through these guides properly. There is a photo for you at the, if you click on the product listing link, it'll take you to the product listing and you'll see photos up close so you know how to thread your ribbon through. Keep in mind that there's a lot of ink on this ribbon, so when you get to the end of the spool, you need to reverse the direction of the spool back and forth dozens and dozens of times before you need to change out your ribbon. Now, how do you know when your ribbon needs to be reversed? This is so important. This is the number one reason people think their typewriter is broken. Their ribbon just needs to be reversed. So when your typewriter stops working or it starts feeling stiff and strange, or the type is like barely readable, stop, just stop, open up the top and reverse the direction of your ribbon. And it's such a slight movement, but it just goes back and forth, and just keep doing that till you use up all the ink in your ribbon and then switch it out. This is your touch control, determines how hard these strike bars will strike your paper. That's how dark your font is going to be. So you can just play around and set that the way you want. Okay, your color selector, red and black. White, you won't need it. It's called, it's for stencil. You're just not going to use it. So don't put it there because your typewriter won't work properly. So there are 2 things to check if your typewriter's not working. 3 things really. Open this up. 1 is make sure it's threaded properly. 2, make sure you don't need to reverse the direction of your ribbon. And 3, your color selector is firmly on the black or the red. Now, I don't know if this is going the right direction, so when we start typing, it may tighten up really quick and I'll have to reverse the direction. Same thing with if you purchase typewriters from us. We put new ribbons in all of our typewriters, but the ribbon selector gets switched back and forth in packing and typewriter tutorial videos and shipping. And so if it's at the end, it doesn't mean it's an old ribbon. It just means the switch got switched. Okay, good. All right, let's do some typing. So I'm going to put my paper right here. Sorry, my dog. And you just pull it through. Okay, and so I bring it up. Here, let me pull this forward. So I pull it up. Sorry, my dog is making all kinds of noise today. It's a little bit crooked, so I'm going to pull my paper release forward and I'm just going to adjust it a hair so that it's nice and even. And then engage. Oops. There we go. All right, now we're ready to type. So this is a 1956. And this one does have a number 1. Okay. Royal Quiet Deluxe. I feel like today's video is just like dragging on forever. Sorry about that, folks. Ooh, nice looking font. Nice and clear. Let's put it on black. Keys feel really good. This would be good for beginners if because honestly, these typewriters are so popular. Now they are more expensive, especially these colored ones. These are more expensive typewriters. However, the demand for them is so high that if you do get it and you decide you don't want it, you will have no problem selling it because so many people want these Quiet Deluxe in these colors, whether it's the shiny paint or the crinkle cut. If it's in a specialty color, you will have no problem selling your typewriter. But they are excellent for beginners. Just keep in mind you will be paying more for them because they're an excellent performing typewriter. They're beautiful and they are high demand. Backspace, let's make sure the backspace works. It works fine. Where am I at? Okay, let's do some sentences. Okay, I purposely kept going after the bell because I wanted to show you the margin release. So the bell tells you you're at the end of your sentence and that you need to use the return handle to go to the next line. However, I'm in the middle of a word and I really would like to finish my word. And so you do that by hitting M-A-R-R-E-L, margin release, right here. Lazy. And oh, perfect. I'm going to show this to you. Do you notice how tight my ribbon is? It's like pulled. And hopefully you can zoom in. Can you see how the font is starting to look a little faint? I'm like, hey, something's up. So I'm gonna pop open the top. My ribbon is really tight, and take a look at my ribbon as I reverse the direction. Oops. Did you see that release? So that meant I needed to reverse the direction of my ribbon. And that's how it works. You just have to be very aware of the feel and kind of watching your ribbon and watching your type font. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, period. Okay, let's do it in all caps. Margin release, lazy dog. Get it all in one sentence. That's why I do narrow margins. I want to show you the margin release. Okay, let's do the red and do some more sentences. Creature was a mouse. Okay, y'all, this is amazing. Fantastic. No stiffness, no stickiness, no hesitations. The finish is fantastic. I mean, there's the teeniest, tiniest little chip that I just now saw, and I've been taking photos and videos. I just now saw it. It's that imperceptible. But really, this finish is in almost perfect condition, perfect typing. This, you need to grab it. Just go and grab it. All right, thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a great day.